and welcome to another episode of the Broken Table Commentary Prediction Show. If you thought we'd had enough punishment from No Mercy, well, you'd be wrong. I'm Michael C. The C stands for my passing grade for Jinder Mahal's title run so far. With me is the diabetic dad and
Honestly, that's better than I thought it'd be.
the diabetic dad, the dynamic, debonair, discerning, disport devotee, Lenton, Lenny.
And the champion of No Mercy prediction.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, damn that Walk in the Night project. We've also got a man who would never use the word gravitas to describe a pro wrestler, but if he did, he'd use it correctly. That's our critic, Mr. Jessel. Jessel!
I didn't do as hot.
No Mercy went various shades of interesting for everyone here, and despite that, we're back for another round. If you missed that show, and you should really go back, because my goodness, we booked Brock v Braun better than the WWE did. The rules of this show are as follows. Each of us will pick the winners of each match. If you pick the correct winner of a match, you get 3 points. If you pick the wrong winner of a match, you get no points. There are bonus points. If you successfully predict a title change, you get 2 points. If you're correct in how a match ends, i.e. you say Sasha Banks wins by submission, and then it happens, you get an extra point. And if you predict something utterly insane like Enzo Amore beating Brock Lesnar, and it happens, you get 5 points to the Shupa. This is only allowed once per show, and it serves a truly special, not miscommunication between teammates. We're talking Taka Michinoku returning here, folks. There will also be added bonuses for multi-man matches like the Royal Rumble as they're introduced, but we've not had to cross that bridge yet. And the only other thing we need to mention is, of course, the lock of the night. That is the prediction that anyone is so confident in, they make it their lock. And if it comes true, you get double points for all the points accumulated for that match. And if it doesn't come true, you get sod all. Well, that's life. So last time, Lenny won No Mercy thanks to his lock of the night, getting 18 points. That was a tag title match, Ambrose and Rollins. I got more correct results right somehow, but I had less bonus points, so I came in second, and Jessel came below some of our control experiments. But you know, the year is the season is young, shall we say?
So I wanted to ask Michael because I wasn't certain how this worked. Is this going to work like a sport in that each pay-per-view is a game? So it's more right now. It is Lenny 1, you and I 0, and then is that how it's going to work, or is it a total running tally?
The points are going to accumulate. So, Lenny's points from this would be added to his points for No Mercy to give his accumulated points after 2 pay-per-views.
Gotcha. So it's more one big game
Yeah.
than a season of predictions. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the exact opposite of what I thought was happening.
That's the opposite of what I thought was going to happen too, which
you-
is why I wanted the clarification.
I thought you win each pay-per-view, and then if it's a tiebreaker at the end, it's the amount of points combined.
Yep, that's what I thought too.
You win a pay-per-view, but you also win a season. Think of it like the English Premier League, or indeed most sporting leagues that I'm aware of. But if there's a tie, we'll probably sort it out by wins. Although if there's a tie, that just shows that life is a bunch of sods. But
Okay.
yeah, and obviously once we get to WrestleMania, we'll reset back to 0 again. Open new season. Yeah. But yes, we've got a new pay-per-view, and we have all 3 of our controls back. We have WWE Logic, or what it claims is Logic. We have my wife, who doesn't watch wrestling, and we have Wrestling Empire. Which sadly didn't do as well last month, but you never know. One day that game might come true, and it's wanton murder of everyone. So, before we head to the actual pay-per-view, they've just announced a bonus match, which I am including in the uh, predictions because none most of the people aren't in the game. I didn't quiz the person, and there's no logic behind it, so we can't control it at all. So just as a bonus, pre-show match, Hype Brothers or Hype
Oh.
Bros v the Gable and Shelton. Have you any comments on that, Jessel and Lenny?
Uh,
Does this not matter?
yeah,
It
when I looked up the card this morning when I first woke up, this was on there as the official card, so I included it in my predictions. I thought this was going to be part of it.
Yeah,
Me
they only
too.
added it this morning Glasgow time, so
Yeah, I
Yeah,
assumed.
but that's last night for us.
Yeah, I thought the cutoff date for matches being added was right when we started recording. So I have it, and I expect to get the regular amount of points if I call it correctly. And I will be very immature if I do not get them.
I also have a prediction,
What?
and am also very immature.
Yeah, immature brothers. That should be our tag team. The immature
Shut up.
brothers. You shut up, or I'll pick your butthole out of your underwear, or whatever.
I'll pick my nose out of your face.
Whoa! You're gonna have to surgically add your nose to my face first.
Well, I have to pick it out, though.
All right. Well, who do you have winning?
I have Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, because they're not jobbers.
Yeah. I also have Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, with Chad Gable pinning Zack Ryder. Since,
Oh, that's right, I need to pick that part. Shelton Benjamin pins Mojo Rawley.
whoa! We're not that alike, but we're still brothers.
well, obviously Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin are going to win that match because they're the ones that aren't having the breakup angle. Oh, but
So
yeah,
I can't get points for this pick, right? That's the official call.
you can look smug.
Okay. I just needed to know officially.
Well, as I say, we don't have any of the controls in place to compare against, so but
Okay.
onto the actual show, which has everything. Well, apart from maybe excitement, but you know. First match: Orton versus Rusev. Oh joy! Let's go, Jessel. What do you think?
Rusev wins by submission maneuver. Randy Orton taps out. I think Randy Orton will be turning heel soon, and he needs WWE Logic needs to go on a losing streak to do so.
I mean,
I
I can't
had-
actually. No, go ahead.
No, you go, big boy.
I was gonna say I was gonna say I can't remember Orton actually tapping in recent history. So was the first.
Orton gave a cool interview on Edge and Christian on the Edge and Christian show, talking about how he's just realized where he is in the company, where he's now the veteran. So it's his job to have fun matches with guys coming up. Hence why he had a really competitive match with Aiden English for no reason, and he's like actually kind of excited about doing that role. And Randy Orton's never excited, so. I think he'll tap, and I think he'll turn heel, and then I think we're gonna get a Randy Orton Sami Zayn feud, or Ty Dillinger, like something like that. I think that's what I think he's looking forward to being veteran heel.
Cool. So yeah, if we cut you off, Lenny, sorry. Go ahead.
I also agree that Rusev is winning, and I also agree that Randy Orton is going to turn heel. But I think they'll go the route, instead of having him tap out, they'll have him pass out, like what happened to Cena. So, because they still like to protect Orton a little bit too much. So, Rusev wins by KO, is what I have.
Yeah, I got it down as KO there. Well, we have. What I'll do is WWE Logic, wife, me, Empire, because the Empire game seems to be what people care about most. Oh, this was rather dull. But apart from a surprise return to WWE, it predicts it wasn't the most exciting sim, but never mind. So WWE Logic says that Rusev will win because Orton sort of got the upper hand in SmackDown, although that's one of the ones that's a bit.
No, Orton definitely got the upper hand on the
Yeah.
end of SmackDown. Yeah.
Mandy thinks that Rusev will win by pinfall, and I think that Orton will win by pin because I just see Rusev as Orton's personal jobber after he lost 3 in a row to Mahal. I think if they saw enough anything big in Rusev, they would have done something with him by now, 4 or 5 years in. But if I go to Wrestling Empire, Wrestling Empire suggests that I am in the minority of one here because it had Rusev squash Randy Orton in 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, fair's fair because Orton got the squash at SummerSlam.
What's that?
So,
Huh?
but,
Oh, you got like that?
that takes us to match 2, which is Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Let's go Jessel then.
That Bobby Roode boy's got to win by pinfall.
Lenny.
That Bobby Roode boy has got to win by pinfall.
Well, I agree that Bobby Roode has to win by pinfall. Etc. Etc. However, WWE Logic seems to think that Dolph Ziggler would win based on SmackDown. And however, I asked Mandy, and she agrees that Bobby Roode would have to win by pinfall, etc. Etc. Which takes us to Wrestling Empire, which says that Bobby Roode brought a meat cleaver to the ring,
Of course.
but he dropped it. Dolph Ziggler throws Bobby Roode to the floor, and Bobby Roode is unable to get back into the ring in 2 minutes and 12, so Dolph Ziggler wins by count out.
All right.
Wasn't that kind of Ziggler's shtick when he first started getting a push as Dolph Ziggler? Like he won all his matches by count out at first? Back in the old days?
I remember him winning a bunch by nefarious means, yes, but I can't remember specifics.
He's going to go back to it. That'd be great.
Jess will be vaguely recall that I didn't like Ziggler for many, many years. So I wasn't paying attention to much of what he did.
I will recall that.
But that takes us nicely and swiftly to a US title match. AJ Styles v Baron Corbin. And because Jessel got first go twice, let's go to Lenny.
Okay. Because I think Orton is turning heel, and I think we're going to have more heels around because Shane's going to be leaving in a little bit. I think AJ Styles retains by submission. AJ Styles wins by submission.
Right.
Officially.
Officially. As opposed to unofficially by submission.
Well, I've been fighting that one or another one as my lock of the night. That's why I'm talking kind of like a robot. 'Cause I was trying to decide if I wanted to say that was the lock of the night, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay. So Jessel.
AJ Styles wins by pinfall at 8 minutes 32 seconds.
That's reassuringly specific.
I thought the more specific I was, the more points I could get.
80 by pinfall and how many? 8 minutes and what?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't get points for that.
32 seconds is what he said.
8 minutes and 32 seconds. Well, if it actually ends in 8 minutes and 32 seconds, I don't know if that goes under golf.
Oh, that's right. That's worth the +5 if I'm right.
Oh, it'll depend what mood I'm in on Monday. Oh, so yeah,
I really want Baron Corbin to win, by the way, but I don't think it's happening.
I'm actually bringing up the SmackDown results so that when I can say WWE Logic did something, I can maybe explain why, because my memory is shite. Where are we? Oh yes, Baron Corbin. Yeah, because WWE Logic would have that Corbin wins because essentially Thingy Jiggy, he jobbed on the show SmackDown to Ty Dillinger, and AJ Styles got to mock him. So, but it could just be that they're burying him. um, which is clearly what my wife thinks, because she thinks it's going to be AJ Styles by pinfall. And it's clearly what I think, because I think it's going to be AJ Styles by pinfall, because I think the most dangerous opponent to Baron Corbin right now seems to be Baron Corbin in his mouth. Oh, what does the game think? Oh, goodness gracious. This match only started to get interesting when AJ started beating up Baron Corbin on the outside of the ring. He had a DDT on the floor, and the referee stopped the match due to knockout at 4 minutes and 30. It wasn't a very interesting sim so far, as you can imagine.
Yeah, not a great pay-per-view, Wrestling Empire says.
Well, there is a better match to come, but so that takes us to the women's match. Natalya defending against Charlotte Flair, and so yeah, let's go for Lenny.
I think Charlotte's going to win the SmackDown Women's title match by submission. And because there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose when there's everything to gain. So I'll go with Carmella cashes in and wins the belt here.
Okay.
I think that would be a pretty cool thing to have her do.
Right. And if Carmella cashes in, that would be eligible for the 5 bonus points, obviously. Also, remember, you can only cash them in once, and I mentioned that at the start of the show.
Yeah, I remember. I can't think of anything else wacky for this pay-per-view. It's a pretty dull-looking baby boy.
It's not the pay-per-view looks on paper like if you've ever tried to just write your own shows in advance and you always get to this time of year and you want to book a Rumble, you're like, damn it, I've got to book No Mercy, and you just put any old thing like Bobby Roode v Dolph Ziggler just so it's on the paper. That's what this looks like. Like they've got bored and gone, let's just make a sudden pay-per-view so we get closer to Rumble season. Only 3 months. Right, so yeah, did I ask Jessel what he thought of this match? I don't think I did.
No.
No. Jessel, what do you think of this match?
No.
I actually do think that something crazy will happen, and this is my actual craziness.
What?
As I think Charlotte Flair will win by disqualification, because she's going to get punched in the face by Ronda Rousey. Or attacked by one of the MMA horsewomen, including Shayna. Don't know which one, but one of them. I think that Natalya will retain that way. Because I feel like they're building up to that thing, and they gotta do it somehow. So, if the rumor is Survivor Series match, then we gotta start building. So, that's my guess.
I've got Charlotte by DQ because Ronda Rousey interferes, or the MMA horsewoman. But then again, she is one of the MMA horsewomen, so... right. That leaves us with WWE Logic. Oh, I should have looked up Charlotte while I was listening to you. Oh yeah, because Charlotte and Becky lost on SmackDown, so...
Charlotte tapped.
Yeah. So the logic would be that Charlotte wins in WWE land. Lose on the go-home show, win on the pay-per-view. My wife thinks that Charlotte will win. I think that Charlotte will win by submission because, they've gone a whole 8 months without her having a women's title. That's quite a long time for Charlotte. Whereas of the game, here we go. Two women suplexing the hell out of each other all over the ring. Charlotte hits Natalya with a Singapore cane, but Natalya kicks out. Natalya German suplexes Charlotte over the top rope and then hits a suicide dive on her. And a bulldog on the floor then gets a pinfall for Natalya at 4 minutes and 26. So yeah, the game thinks Natalya will retain via a whole bunch of cool moves that she's never done in her life.
This is the match probably my second most looking forward to. Third. I'm looking forward to this one. Natalya and Charlotte have real good chemistry.
I suppose by this point it won't spoil to point out that Wrestling Empire's Lock of the Night is Dolph Ziggler to win by countout. So call me crazy.
How do you determine it's Lock of the Night?
Fastest result.
Nice. I was hoping that was how it was.
Yeah.
Nice.
If it gets the, I don't know. So yeah, that's all 6 of us for the women's match, which just leaves us to the 3 main events. Well, I'm calling them the 3 main events because the tag titles have been the best thing of SmackDown and all their shows recently. Besides, it's in a Hell in a fucking Cell. So yeah. Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown tag titles. The New Day versus the Usos. Jessel.
Usos win. Pinfall. Lock of the Night.
Oof. Goodness gracious. Mind you, I would say that the WWE logic appears to agree with you because they got put down on SmackDown. Lenny.
I have the Usos winning by pinfall. Specifically, Jimmy Uso pinning Kofi, if that helps by any way. But I also have the Usos winning.
Alright. But that's not your Lock of the Night.
Nope.
Alright. I really like to give us who pins who in each order. When it gets to Survivor Series, that could be very useful for loads of points. So it gets you into the practice. My wife says the Usos too. And I see the New Day, although that was really a 50-50 whatever. And now that I've said that, I seem to remember actually the Usos are the challengers, and they seem to like changing the belts every now, so I'm probably wrong, but hell, I'm sticking with what I wrote down. New Day by pinfall, especially in a Hell in a Cell match. And Wrestling Empire, oh my goodness. Right. 1 second while I have a swig.
Gotta get that juice.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're a hearty asthmatic like me, who's been up half the night. Oh, God. Right. Wrestling Empire's Hell in a Cell. It's actually a cage match, but same thing. Big E spears Jimmy out of his boots nearly, and then suplexes the hell out of him. Kofi beats up Jay. Big E keeps smashing Jimmy's face into the cage structure. Kofi saves Big E from an early pin. Someone from the crowd has thrown a meat cleaver into the ring.
No.
Near fall.
How'd it get through the cell? Wrestling Empire.
Glitch in the programming, I think. Near fall for Kofi. Kofi smashes Jimmy Uso with the ring bell, which is in the ring for some reason. Dual submissions by New Day, but both Usos make it to the rope simultaneously. Pile driver on Kofi Kingston. Rick Steiner appears from ringside.
Yeah!
And he enters the Hell in a Cell. He grabs the meat cleaver in his hands And then he leaves the cell. He came to remove the unsafe objects. So Kofi hits a Hurricane Rana and then pins Giuso 842 in a match which was just getting going right as Big E falls off the top of the cell and lands on top of Rick Steiner. Oh god. Oh man. That was quite something at the time.
Oh,
That's
so
the match.
dumb.
That's Empire's match of the night. Oh man.
I like to think that Scott Steiner threw the meat cleaver in, and Rick's like, "Damn it, Scott!" and he just has to walk out there and get it.
Yeah.
I was gonna barbecue, and then he gets it and he just leaves.
I was gonna barbecue. Oh gosh.
He comes in, picks it up and leaves, and then gets squashed by a falling big man.
Oh,
Oh god.
golly.
Oh man. Oh, so on to less exciting stuff. WWE's Terror at Hell in a Cell, Jinder Mahal's long-reigning title run versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, Lenny, you're up.
It's a tough one. It's the hardest one of the night, so we know what my lock of the night's going to be since this is not my lock of the night. They announced Ginger's got the big India tour coming up, so I mean, wouldn't you want him to be the champion there? But Shinsuke's just been getting wrecked nonstop, been mocked, getting his ass kicked. So I am going to go with Shinsuke winning the belt. Because if it doesn't work out, they can always take the belt off of him. They're fine with doing that. Not a big deal. So officially, Shinsuke wins the belt by pinfall.
Oh, and our listeners should see that Lenny looks so sad as he says that. It's like,
I don't want it to happen, though.
oh, he looks into middle distance as his hero. His belt mortality comes to her. Jessel, you're up.
Shinsuke Nakamura wins by countout,
What?
meaning Jinder retains. I think it will be a Kinshasa on the entrance ramp, and probably followed by like the Singh brothers beating him up or something, and then he gets back in the ring, and as Jinder's coming, he realizes what he can do, or the Singh brothers keep him out, something like that. But somehow it looks like Shinsuke should have won, but he doesn't because of count out.
Well, Mandy says Nakamura will win, and WWE Logic says that Nakamura will... In fact, WWE Logic has essentially said Nakamura will win every single SmackDown since SummerSlam, practically. But this is my lock of the night, and I'm going for Jinder Mahal to win by pinfall after Nakamura fights off Singh interference. And if that sounds familiar, well, it's what they did with Randy Orton twice in a row. And what cements this as my lock is the announcement that they are doing a tour of India in December, and Jinder is going to be on it. And having done this whole thing to build up India, they are not going to take the belt off him before then.
See, I think they're going to send him over there as United States champion. That's what I think they're going to do. That's why I feel okay making the pick. But I hope you're right. I really do.
I do think that we are going to, by December, AJ Styles will probably be dropping the US belt because he will be moving up to some Rumbly type stuff, quite possibly. I am, of course, that's my anything but Reigns pick of the night, but never mind. So yeah, that's my lock of the night, and we've already had Jessel's lock of the night, So, my God, I wonder what Lenny's lock of the night will be. It's a mystery. But, oh, I forgot we should mention Wrestling Empire, who says the ref. I forgot to take off referee here, so the referee was basically the Joker from Batman. Lots of kicks. Kick, kick, failed drop kick, pin, kick, kick, kick. Oh wait, there's a suplex. Nakamura beats up the referee. Must have been a Riddler fan. Mahal introduces a leg lock submission. I think everyone has a leg lock submission in this game. Mahal then hits 2 finishers for a clean win at a really dull 9 minutes and 2 seconds. Backstage, Jinder Mahal is distracted by Charlotte Flair and then attacked with a chair by Jason Jordan.
Huh. Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Jason Jordan's back on SmackDown.
Yeah, because they're really bad creative players with essentially me changing their names, I had to go and check who it actually was. I was like, alright, that's just random.
He finds out that Daniel Bryan's his actual dad, so now he's back on SmackDown.
Although I don't know if it's gall claiming that Jason Jordan showing up on this show is random when Rick Steiner interfered in the previous match, but
Well, Rick Steiner's not an official Raw superstar. It's a little different. He's a free agent. He can go back and forth until someone signs him.
Also, he did not interfere. He just needed his meat cleaver back.
That's true. He was having a barbecue.
Oh,
different.
Wait, so this just takes us to the main event, which is another Hell in a Cell match with Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Which way did he go?
It's not just a Hell in a Cell match. It's a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell match.
So I guess the door will be open on the cell, I would assume. Which will be neat.
Either that or the falls just count inside the cell. I don't know. That's just... So yeah, let's go to Lenny. What does he think here?
As my lock of the night, I think that Kevin Owens gets cemented as the top heel on SmackDown with a very impressive victory. We get a whole lot of Shane McMahon. Oh, he won't stay down. He won't stay down. Oh, he's doing this all for his family and the McMahon name. But eventually he does stay down. And Kevin Owens gets that win and gets the bragging rights of beating down the McMahons to carry on and for his legacy forever. So Kevin Owens wins by pinfall. That's my lock of the night.
I was just about to double check there, given you were saying that he eventually stays down, checking that it was actually pinfall and not a KO. A KO for KO.
No.
No.
Pinfall. Pinfall.
Oh, okay. Jessel.
Shane McMahon wins by roll-up, followed by Kevin Owens murdering Shane McMahon. Kayfabe murder.
Well,
I guess I should say I don't mean like actual storyline Shane McMahon's killed off. I mean, he's gonna... The night's going to end with Kevin Owens standing tall, but I think Shane's going to get a surprise win. He's going to, which will unlock that sociopathic Kevin Owens thing to the highest point it has been in the WWE, and that will send him on his trajectory.
well,
Because I agree with where Lenny has him going. I just think Shane win, because a lot of heels are winning, or it feels like it. So, gotta have a babyface somewhere.
well, damn you, because my prediction was Shane by pinfall.
Why damn me?
I thought I
Why
was
not
gonna
just
look-
be like,
I thought I was
I'm
gonna-
glad we're good friends and we both agree.
Because I thought I was going to be the outlandish prophet, and now, I'm just someone who agrees with Jessel, which admittedly is unique in its own time at times on this show, but we also seem to both agree with WWE logic, given that Shane kind of got his ass kicked on SmackDown. Although, according to social media, most people noticed some women twerking instead of Shane. So, that's the way of the world. My wife says that this is her lock of the night, and it's Kevin Owens winning.
My girl.
So,
Not literally.
And that just takes us to the game. Oh, lots of Shane type offense. Boston Crab by Shane McMahon fails. Oh, Kevin Owens uses the yes lock, presumably to annoy Daniel Bryan because of the whole the authority stuff. Shane hits a crossbody off the top rope, and suddenly there's Vince McMahon. He's entering the Hell in a Cell, but it's too late because Shane taps out anyway to a second yes lock, right as Vince gets into the ring at 5 minutes and 10 seconds. And Vince just stands there while Kevin Owens walks past him and celebrates.
I was hoping that Vince would start kicking Shane in the face.
No, he just whatever he was coming in to do, he was too slow and the match was over, so he just stood there.
I could totally see Vince McMahon turning heel and picking Owens.
Yeah,
I could totally see it.
It's such a Vincey thing.
It goes in line with what Stephanie and Triple H did. I mean, they picked Owens.
Yeah, and I feel like we're eventually going to get Triple H Owens at Mania, so it just seems like the annual Triple H match this year. But well, you never know. The pay-per-view can't be as dull in real life as it. No, actually, I shouldn't say that after the last one. Ah, well, we'll survive it. Maybe some of these results and predictions will be, on the nose. Who'll win?
I am really excited for the tag team Hell in a Cell match. So
yeah,
that makes me excited for the whole pay-per-view.
I'll be excited even if Rick Steiner doesn't show up, because those two teams have been killing it, like pretty much ever. So yeah, that'll likely be the best match of the night.
I want to be honest. I'm a little burned out. I feel like No Mercy. I went in with my highest, best, markiest expectations, and they completely shat all over them for me. Some of those things got fixed. Like it's hard for a mark like me to see his favorite wrestler get beat by somebody who's worthless, but there's a story to it, so I can forgive Neville Enzo. But everything else in that pay-per-view, it was just a slow decline of sadness.
Oh, I walked into it, on the other hand, expecting the worst, and, it happened exactly as expected. So, oh, man. But yes, if you're listening to this at the weekend, hello, and I hope you enjoy this pay-per-view, and if you don't, we didn't book it, so don't blame us. So, until next time...
Ooh, good catchphrase! Good catchphrase! Catchphrase alert!
Catchphrase alert.
Catchphrase alert. Oh, so, until next time, unless Justin and Lenny want to say stuff, I'll say ta-ta!
Bye-bye!